Welcome to the AACFB's 2025 Meet the Funder webinar series. My name is Monica Harper. I'm the Executive Director of the AACFB, and I'll be your host. Our presenter today is Dominic Gerasi with National Business Capital. National Business Capital is both a funding source member and a platinum sponsor of the AACFB, and I'd like to thank them for their support of the association. Before I turn it over to Dominic, I'd like to go over a few things to make this webinar more enjoyable and informative for everyone. During the presentation, you should see a Q&A box that allows you to ask questions. If you have any questions during the presentation, please submit your questions in the box, and they will be answered by the end of the webinar. The entire webinar should take no more than 30 to 45 minutes. And for those of you who would like to review the webinar at a later date, it will be posted on the 2025 Meet the Funder page of the website, and it will be emailed out to the AACFB membership. At this time, I'll turn it over to Dominic. This is all yours.
Monica, thanks for having us. And yes, we love being members of the AACFB. So thank you for running such a great program. So, here today, tell you a little bit about National, our partner program, and what we're offering, and how we could maybe be a help to you. So I'm Dominic Gerasi. I've been in sales over 20 years, financing for 13. Been here at National for almost 10 years, and my role is VP of Strategic Partnerships. So if you work with us as a partnership, you'd be working with somebody on my team, and we all give a great partner experience. So just a little bit about National, who we are and what we do. We've been around since 2007, and we've helped business owners secure over $2.5 billion. We're approaching the $3 billion mark. And we do that through exclusive lending programs, an outstanding reputation, which comes from our client experience and partner experience. We have dedicated advisors that are very experienced. Almost all the team has been here for multiple years. And we invest a lot into technology for our clients and our partners. So we have a great partner portal, which gives you the ability to do a lot of different things with us as a partner. So just want to talk about the market a little bit, what we're seeing, before we talk about National. So, we're seeing really positive trends in lending in general. This is a chart from Deloitte, but corporate borrowing from non-bank lenders continues to rise. Banks have continued to go upstream. Businesses are just borrowing more. So looking at these lines here, corporate borrowing, the green line is corporate borrowing from non-banks. And as you can see, there's been real significant growth from 2016 to 2022 and beyond. So it's an exciting time and an exciting market to be in. And then this is another slide just kind of illustrating the same. This is from the Federal Reserve, and this is bank lending to non-depository financial institutions. So really banks lending to the alternative market. And you can see the chart is steady growth as banks continue to look to lend large amounts of money into this market. And then this is another really great chart, and just where we're headed and where we think we're going to be in a couple of years. But alternative lending outside of the bank looks to become about a $3 trillion market, right? So that includes alternative equipment lending, alternative asset-based lending, factoring, everything that's outside of bank lending. So the market is poised to be really good for the next couple of years, and significant growth. So what we do here at National is you have the ability to work with us in a number of different ways, but one of them is as simple as you're submitting a client to us. They would connect with one of our advisors. We have a lot of different programs that we can offer. We work with you and the client at the same time, or you can be as hands-on or as hands-off as you'd like. If the client receives financing, you would receive a commission from us, and you also are building a book of business, so you would receive future commissions. And then national, we have, these are some of the benefits to working with us. Like I said, you build a book of business. We have a, exclusive relationship as well as our direct lending product, which, separates us from some of the competition. Our brand is really second to none, 5-star brand. We have great reputation, a lot of reviews on Trustpilot, Google, just from the client experience and treating clients, really the way they want to be treated. As a partner, if you wanted to utilize some of the things at the bottom, we give you a co-branded application page. You could utilize some of our technology. You can utilize our DocuSign through our partner portal. And then, like I said, our team is well-trained, experienced, and they've been here a long time. So talking about the programs that we offer, some of the programs that we offer in a marketplace fashion, and some of the programs we offer on a direct lending product. So on the direct side, we're going to offer a term loan, a flex line, at revenue-based financing, and sub debt. And we go up to 10 million direct. And then if a client doesn't fit our direct profile, or if they better fit for the marketplace, we can help bring clients to market. And those are for term loans, lines of credit, revenue-based. Obviously most people on here have equipment financing covered. So we don't think we can help you there, but SBA loans and asset-based lending and factoring. So if you don't offer these products, or if you offer these products in a limited fashion, we may be able to help expand your catalog of offerings. And then, the partner portal is a great resource of ours that we spent a lot of time and money building this portal to make it as great as it can. We're on the third version of it, and the partner portal, a lot of our partners utilize it really well, and it makes it really easy to work with us. So in the partner portal, you have the ability to refer a client that goes directly into our CRM. We use Salesforce. So it would come right into our Salesforce. The team's on it. It's coded to you because you submitted it through the portal. If you would like, we do need, if we're going to provide financing to a customer, we do need an application signed. You have the ability to send the application from you to the client through our portal. So they're receiving a DocuSign from you to be completed to see what options we can provide. You also have the ability to upload documents or send a request to the client to upload their documents securely through the portal, which is really great feature. It makes it really easy to, complete the application for the clients, or if you already have the information for us. And then in the portal, as we're working with your clients, we love for you to be, like I said, as involved or as uninvolved as you like. It's really up to you. But in the portal, you can have live status updates. You'll know, what stage in the process the client is at, if they're approved, if we're working on completing the transaction, if we're at the contract stage. And then once they do receive financing, they'll move to the commissions tab. And that's where you'll see how much commission you would have received, with the date we're going to pay you, and the client information of who received the financing. And then also in the portal, you have the ability to upload your logo if you want to use our co-branded landing pages. We offer that as well. It's a co-branded experience for the client to know that they're working with you and us at the same time. And partner support, your partner support's in here. We have a chat feature, so you can chat with the team directly in the portal, talk about the client, their opportunity, anything that you really need. So, anybody that has used our portal, I think they love it. We get really great feedback. So it's a really big tool to, being able to work with us and be able to move quickly and help a lot of customers. And then as your clients work with National, they do receive a great experience as far as the team. The team provides a great experience, but we try to provide them with the best technology there is. So what we do is, everything's digital, and we use a lot of technology. There's a digital application. They have the ability to upload securely. They can upload their bank statement securely through the portal, through another way we give them. We also give them the ability to link their bank account through third-party software, which is secure, where we'll extract the data directly from the bank. Once all of that happens, we then either API to the lenders, that's a digital connection where we're sending documents and sending information digitally, where we're getting very quick responses, which makes the process really seamless for the customer. We have some proprietary technology that we use to match the clients with the best financing in the market for them. We process everything 24/7 with the combination of technology and really good people. And when the client does check out or accept the financing, everything, once again, is digital. It's all electronic documentations and make the process really easy for the customer to move on and get the financing. So just talking about national and what's our ideal client, who do we help? We help business owners. Typically, they're in business for at least 1 year. Revenue sizes anywhere from $500,000 to $50 million. We do go above that. We don't really go below the 500,000, but we do go above the 50 million. A couple of companies in the pipeline do 100, 200 million. So we do have multiple options, but the typical business that we're helping is usually $50 million and under, and all different types of credit. Industry-wise, and these are some industries we do real well with. Some of these industries, the asset-based lending, factoring, have a harder time with, which makes it really, makes us a great option for them. So construction, e-commerce, professional services, manufacturing, retail, restaurants, medical, wholesale distribution. Manufacturing is, hopefully with the news of the tariffs, manufacturing is going to really kick up in the United States. So that should be a growing sector. So that should be awesome. And then typical financing needs are expansion, buying another business, buying inventory, adding locations, remodeling, helping with marketing, payroll, hiring, anything that's a positive ROI for the business. How can I invest in my business and take it to the next level? We're usually helping businesses solve a challenge or take advantage of opportunity. And the opportunity is a lot of time, how can I grow my business? How can I get to that next level of revenue? So just want to talk about some recent successes, businesses that we were able to help. And all of these transactions, we didn't have any asset coverage. We did this on a cash flow basis. So this transaction was $1.5 million. It was a contracting company. They did HVAC. They were looking to buy materials, also get equipment. We provided them with a flex line that went out 1.5 years. The client, like I said, they were an HVAC company. They were just rapid growth. They were becoming a real leader in the region. They were looking to buy more materials. They needed more equipment. One of our partners offered equipment financing. We complemented this transaction with a flex line. The client was approved for $2 million. They took $1.5 million for the growth and left $500,000 in reserves. We completed this in 2 weeks, start to finish. So great transaction there. Another one here, we helped provide $600,000 and $550,000, so $750,000 total. Construction company, they were looking to buy equipment and they needed a line of credit as well. We helped them purchase a crane to compete for new contracts. Our partner was a commercial loan broker. They couldn't assist with this one. They were having a hard time placing the transaction. We were able to help them get two different products, one being equipment financing, the other one being a line of credit. The new equipment's going to pay for itself within a year. The line of credit's going to help support hiring and training for the new crane. They expect at least 20% annual growth from having the capability of doing more jobs. And the application to financing here on the line of credit side was 10 days. And then this, another great transaction. This was more of an acquisition, but we helped for $10 million. This was more of a food processor, not really agriculture. But this was an actual acquisition. We helped with sub debt. The client owned a large food processing facility. The international, great contracts, big business. They did about 200 plus million in revenue annually. And they had a tight deadline. They needed to close by the end of the year. They had 15 million secured. We were able to come in 10 million in a subordinate position to bridge the gap. We helped them complete the acquisition, and they were projecting really large growth. Also a really large commission here for the partner. So that's a little bit about National. We really help provide cash flow financing. We take to market asset-based transactions. Cash flow financing, we either do in-house or we will bring those to market when fit. So I don't know, Monica, did any questions come in?
We don't have any at this time, but again, if you have a question, please put that in the Q&A box and we'll get that answered. So we'll give it just a few minutes for somebody to type. And just as a reminder, the recording of this will be posted on the AACFB website and on our YouTube channel. So if you missed anything or you want to go back and review something, it will be there. We do have a question. Are you a direct funder? Do you have unsecured loans? Are they all with collateral? Which professional service do you not finance, and how much are the comps? So there's 4 questions in here, all lumped together. So first question, are you direct funder?
Yes, we finance on a cash flow product up to 10 million. If we cannot do it on our lending product, we do have a marketplace that we will go to help get the transaction completed. So we were always a marketplace. We started as a marketplace. We have now transitioned to lending as well, but we still have a great marketplace of a lot of options for the business owners.
Okay. Do you have unsecured loans, or are they all with collateral?
Yes. So anything that we do on the direct side is unsecured. It is cash flow. It is based on the cash flow, the revenues of the business. And like I said, we do on that, we will go up to 10 million. And then if it's asset-based or it's factoring or if it's an equipment transaction, those we bring to market. So we don't lend on assets, but those transactions will help find the right funder.
Okay. So the next question is, which professional service do you not finance?
We're really industry agnostic. We help businesses from all sectors. And as far as product wise, the only thing we stay away from is real estate, anything mortgage related. So on the financing side, like I said, we have the direct and the marketplace. In there is, asset-based lending, factoring, equipment financing, cash flow, revenue-based financing. And then the only thing we are not a good fit for is a real estate transaction.
Okay. How much are the comps?
We do a revenue share with the partners. So there's 3 ways to earn. There's a revenue share on new business. There's a revenue share on your book of business on the ongoing residual. And then we also have one other way to earn. It's if you make an introduction of somebody else that you feel should be working with us, we do give like a little override for that introduction.
Okay. What are your requirements to come on board as a broker or funder?
That you work with good businesses, that you have a good reputation, that you do a good job, and you take it seriously. Like pretty open to, partnering with a lot of different people, as long as, they operate in the way they should, and, they have a great reputation, love to work with almost everybody.
So you don't have time and business requirement or anything like that?
No, to be a partner with us, you could have just went out on your own from a current job. We looked at you have experience in the industry, experience in the financing industry. A lot of the people that work with us used to work at the bank. They may be retired or semi-retired, and they're now like a business consultant, and we help expand their programs and their products.
Mm-hmm. What is the minimum dollar amount you will lend?
We'll 30,000 is really like the absolute smallest. Sometimes we'll do maybe 25. On the direct side, it's more like 50, but in the market, we can get as small as 25,000.
Okay. Do you finance the equipment leases on your own paper, and how many points do you pay on equipment leasing?
No, so we don't finance equipment leasing on our own paper. We're going to be a complementary product to equipment. So if it's an equipment transaction, we're going to bring it to a lot of the members of the AACFB. We have good relationships with a lot of those equipment lenders. If it's an equipment transaction, we're typically going to act as a broker and bring it to our marketplace. So that's why, a lot of times we may not be the best fit for your equipment transactions, but we're a good fit to complement your equipment transactions.
Okay. How do we sign up as a partner? What is that process?
It's really simple. You go to this website right here, nationalbusinesscapital.com/AACFB. So we can give Monica the credit and show that it's great to be partners with AACFB. And as far as process wise, we do a quick call with the team, just get to know you, get to understand what process might work best for you. We have a couple different ways that we can work together. So do like an introductory call, then we send you out an agreement, fill out the agreement, and once the agreement's approved, you're onboarded, you have access to the portal, and you're able to start working with us.
Okay. Do you do hemp or CBD?
We on the direct side, we are unable to do hemp or CBD, but in our marketplace, we do have options for both of those.
Okay. Is there a formula of monthly/annual income to amount of loan?
It's a rough estimate, but typically we can lend around 10% of what a business does annually in revenue. So, $1 million annual business in revenue, probably going to be somewhere in between, 75,000 and 125,000 in that range, around 10%. And then if it was a $10 million business, probably be around $1 million, right? Give or take, maybe 100,000 or so.
Okay. What is your minimum direct cash flow based unsecured loan amount? They said, I believe you said 10 million max. And is it a term loan or a cash advance or both?
We have a couple of different products. One is a term loan and one is structured as a cash advance. But on the direct side, they're not going to be the terms that some people may think of as a cash advance. We're going to basically always be at least a 1-year term, and then rates are going to be in the high teens, low 20s.
Okay.
And we're usually helping a business that is profitable or at least break even. So if they're showing losses, we're going to have a hard time to do that on the direct side. But we have options in the marketplace if somebody is showing some losses.
And is that the 30,000 minimum, or is there a different minimum for that?
On the marketplace, we're going to do a minimum like 25, 30,000. On the direct side, it's going to be more like 50,000 as a minimum.
Okay. And so what is the max amount on the direct side?
10 million.
Okay, so that's the max. Okay. Can you fund municipalities?
Yeah, it depends on what the municipality is. That's a tough one. You're saying like, I guess like police station and stuff like that. Because a lot of those are state funded, so they don't usually need funding. Um, so that's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they don't have specifics on that.
You
Um,
know, we've helped like schools and charter schools and daycares. We a private college we financed before, so we could help a lot of different um businesses, but if they're if they're really like funded, like they're publicly funded, that's when it does become tough.
what about like churches?
Churches we can help. Nonprofit makes it a little more difficult because a lot of churches are nonprofit, but we still can help nonprofit businesses. It definitely makes it a lot more challenging.
Mhm. What products do you fund directly?
A term loan, a flex line, and also the cash flow product, which is similar to like an advance.
Okay. Can we use our company application or does it have to be on your application? If it's on your application, can you use our client consent form?
We do need our application completed. If you have a completed application from the borrower already, you can submit that to us. We will pre-fill the whole application for you, and then you or us could send it to the client for a quick signature, but we do need authorization to work directly with the client.
Okay. Do you offer corp only approvals? What's your appetite for franchise businesses, restaurant, hotel, fitness, automotive?
Yeah, we've helped franchises. We help all different types of business. So we've helped businesses expand to their sixth, seventh, eighth location. A lot of times when it's 20 or 30 locations, then a lot of the times they are working with the bank. But franchises under 25 locations, a lot of times have a hard time getting bank financing. So we do really well with that.
Okay. How many employees do you have?
National has uh, 75 or 80 employees. We're out in Long Island in New York, and most of the teams at the corporate headquarters, and we do have some remote employees throughout the country.
Okay. Do you file UCC liens on direct unsecured loans?
On the direct side, we typically don't file UCC. We'll take a spring in UCC. So we will have the ability to file UCC, but that would only if there's an issue or missed payments.
Do you handle renewals and does the referral partner earn a commission on the net new money or gross full loan amount?
The partner would earn with us on the direct side on the gross amount, not the net amount. So the full amount taken on a renewal.
Okay. Do we need to be registered in California to refer you business from California?
No, we are registered in California. So you can bring a client to us, and we are we do a lot of business in California, and we've been registered there for a long time.
Okay. Can you finance franchise acquisitions or partner buyouts?
We do finance partner buyouts quite regularly. Franchise acquisitions are definitely tougher. So if they own existing locations in a franchise and they were buying out more units of the franchise, that's probably going to be something that's easier to do. If they don't own any business now, or if they're not in that franchise already, that's going to be a very challenging request for us. Probably not, we're not going to be the best fit most of the time.
Okay. Do you factor concrete construction startups?
We are not on the direct side. We are not a factor. So we don't factor anybody. On the marketplace, we have relationships with some of the best factors in the country. So we may be able to help you make a relationship for that client, but that we're not going to be doing that on the direct side.
Okay. Is there an evergreen clause or anything else to be aware of?
Um, I'm not exactly sure I understand that question.
This is from Anonymous, so if Anonymous, you can clarify that, I'll read it off. Do you handle new partner inquiries directly? If so, how do we contact you?
Yeah, yeah, I have a team. I have a team here at National. A lot of them have been to the conferences. If you go to the conferences, you met the team. But just go to the website right there, nationalbusinesscapital.com, AACFB. You can call the phone number. You can email us, whatever's best. Those are like the three best ways to get in contact. So if you need to talk to me directly, absolutely happy to jump on the call and work together. Typically, the first conversation will be with somebody on my team just to understand how we can work together and what the opportunity is. And then, but like I said, if anybody would love to speak to me, happy to do so.
Great. It looks like I'm not seeing any other questions. We'll give it just a second, see if anything else pops up. But I had a ton of great questions, so that's amazing. That's great.
Yeah,
Um,
they were firing away.
keeping me busy today. I don't see any other questions, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Um, so I do want to say a big thank you to all our participants and especially our valued funding source member and platinum sponsor, National Business Capital. Thanks, Dominic. And we invite everyone to meet with National Business Capital in person at our 2025 AACFB Commercial Financing Expo in Austin, Texas this September. Thanks again for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you, Monica. Thanks for having us.